Hi, I'm Jim with Stuff Music, and we're here today to look at the brand new Friedman IRJ. So this is a new Friedman kind of all-in-one solution, and it's modeled on the amp they made for Jake E. Lee. So it's a two-channel amplifier. There actually are tubes in here. You can switch between the two channels. There's a boost, so I'll kind of go through here, talk about all the features. It has IR technology on board. You heard me playing a little in the beginning. That was a riff reminiscent of an old Badlands riff, which was Jake E. Lee's group after he left Ozzy. So we're going to start out the video here listening to some clean tones, which you can get some pretty nice stuff out of the first channel. In the loop, I have a Delverb by Universal Audio. I'll be using that for my delay and reverbs, and that's also what you heard in the beginning. Everything else is going to stick to the pedal. So here we go in the neck. This is a 56 Custom Shop Strat. Here it is. So I kicked a little bit of a compression pedal on there for a minute, which kind of fattened up the signal nicely, but it was pretty good to start with. We have this 3-position bright switch, so here it is in the middle. Here is up and down. Now, if you notice, I have the volume cranked up and the gain down, so let's bring the gain and volume both back to halfway. And there I start to get a little bit of hair on the signal. Still clean it up. So I'll continue to push that out. First cab IR. Kind of dug the one on top. Now, of course, these are all based on different 412s, which you can read into the description. You know, they're going to be subtle. You'll hear them. You kind of have to dial these in by guitar. And, of course, you can also, with software, load on your own IRs, which is great. Let's crank up the gain a little more. So now we're starting to get into plexi territory. It growls, you know. I'm kind of dialing this in. I mean, this is a bright guitar. It's a vintage guitar without a ton of output, and it's still got a lot of meat. right, so now I'm going to switch it over to a 335. We're going to hear some vintage humbucker sounds to this first channel. All right, now we're going to listen to this 335. It's 59 custom shop. Just hear some growl, more of a vintage humbucker Gibson thing on channel 1. Okay, now the boost circuit, when you engage that, the boost becomes your master volume, and it's based on a TS-style overdrive boost circuit, so you can dial those in. There's little controls on the side to dial in the boost, the tone, and the volume. So you can dial it in, and it's like hitting the front of a, you know, like an amp with an additional overdrive pedal. All right, time for channel 2. Okay, now we're back. This is a Strip 78 EVH guitar, I think is what this is. You know, rock and roll machine. So channel 2, higher gain. Tons of gain on tap here. You have a 3-position gain switch, or I'm sorry, 2-position gain switch. I have it in the lower gain mode right now. I have the gain at about 50%. Bright switch up, here's where we're at. So we're getting into some modded plexi sounds, definitely much tighter, right? Same thing with this boost, so if I engage that on top of what I got going on. Okay, now we can kick it up into the higher gain stage, and this is where we're at, just at 50%. Boost on top of that. I had the boost on, so here's the boost off. Tons of sustain, tons of gain, and I'm not even pushing it out to the max. Let's hear some detuned sounds before we wrap up. All right, so the ESP is tuned down a whole step, and then it's in drop D down a whole step, which would be drop C. Here we are. is the Friedman IRJ